Hi, and welcome to Moonbeam Connections. I'm Jacqui-Leigh. Today on Healing from the Storm, we're going to look at where you should focus your healing or what you should focus your healing on. So kind of, I'm trying to heal. What should I be focusing on healing, or where should I be focusing on healing? Let's see what Spirit has to say. I do set the intention that these messages reach those who need them when they need them. So if this message did reach you, it is meant for you. However, it may not be that the entire message is meant for you. It may just be portions of it. So take whatever resonates, leave the rest behind. It's for somebody else. So let's see now. Oh, let's just put that right there. Sorry, I just need my pens upright, or sometimes I don't write properly. So we're looking at healing from the storm. What message do What message do you have for us on where we should be focusing our healing efforts, or what we should be focusing our healing efforts on, please? Ooh, and 2 cards. It's been 2-card week, I think. So we have the reversed 8 of Cups. And so that's interesting. So when it's reversed, it's kind of like being avoidant or fearing change, or being kind of stuck in stagnation. When it's upright, it's about, withdrawal and going off and abandoning, searching for things. So it's kind of, you're leaving these 8 cups behind. So even though you have this abundance in this 8 cups, you're walking away from it to find something different. You don't want these 8 cups, or you want, to find something, alternative to these 8 cups, or better than these 8 cups, or, these 8 cups just aren't satisfying you for whatever. So it's about walking away. And when it's reversed, it's about not walking away, right? You're having that fear of change, well, maybe there isn't anything better than these 8 cups, or you're in stagnation. You're just sitting there going, should I change? Shouldn't I change? I want to leave, but I'm going to stay. What do I do? Right? Or you're avoiding a situation, avoiding conflict, avoiding breaking up with somebody, those type of things. And then we have the Ace of Coins, which is actually about, new opportunities, opportunities for like prosperity, for growth. It's like you're being handed this, lucky charm almost. And usually this is so cups are like emotions, feelings, and then pentacles or coins, in this case of this card, pentacles, coins, those are about your practical, practicality, right? So your finances, you're having a career, job, or, having a house to live in, having enough for food, having enough to pay for gas and electricity. So it's about your practical concerns. So what this is saying to me is that what you need to heal right now is that you're in this emotional stagnation, or this emotional, where you're afraid, right? That's an emotion, fear. So you're afraid to change, or you're afraid to do something because you're trying to avoid having issues, or avoid, confrontation, or avoid, even like having to move. Let's say it's about moving home, and you should be moving home, but you're like, oh, it's so much work, it's too much hassle, so I'm just avoiding it right now. And then this is about these opportunities. There's new opportunities, right? And this is a new opportunity. This isn't old stuff. This is an ace. So we're just starting out. So there's these opportunities for you to grow. And so what I believe Spirit is saying here is that what you need to heal from is being stuck in this stagnation, or being stuck in avoiding things, so that you can recognize these new opportunities are available to you, and you could actually take that new opportunity. So we will pull out the board now, and we will see what Spirit has to say about this. So where should we focus our healing? And I'd say focus on the stagnation that is created. So whatever the issue is, if you just feel like, I made a mistake before, and so I'm afraid to make a mistake this time, and I'm just not going to do anything, or I'm afraid to, make the wrong choice, and so I'm just not going to do anything. But Spirit is saying what we need to heal is this being in stagnation, being afraid of the change, avoiding things, so that these new opportunities can come about. So I will get quiet for a moment, get into my meditation mode, and we will see what Spirit has to say. As always, I do dub over, so sometimes it sounds a little off or a little bit different, but that is why. because I dub over it afterwards because I write in silence. So I'll get quiet for a moment, get in my meditation mode, and we'll see what Spirit has to tell us about where we need to focus our healing, or what we need to focus our healing on. Thank you. Healing will come when you start taking the steps towards it. Stop thinking. Stop wondering. Stop wishing for how you want it to be, and start moving forward with the opportunities you do have. If you stay stuck, you will miss what is being offered to you. Yes, you went through challenges. Yes, things did not turn out how you wanted. But dwelling on what could have been does not move you towards where you want to be. Start making practical changes. Start taking practical steps forward, and you will begin to recognize opportunities for abundance and growth. You will also begin to recognize all the opportunities that were not available before the storm. You may have been knocked down, but it wasn't without purpose. There are opportunities now available if you are willing to work towards them, to open your eyes and actually see them. This is your chance to create what you want, to live how you want. But you must be willing to make changes, take steps, and leave behind that which no longer serves you or your highest purpose. Healing will come as you restructure your life, your goals, and your attitude. There are opportunities. Take them. Love. So Spirit is saying here that healing will come when you start taking practical steps, right? Stop thinking about things, stop wondering, stop wishing for how you wanted it to be, right? The storm obviously did something. You had this life plan, we're headed in this direction, storm comes in, knocks you off your feet, whatever it was, somebody passed away unexpectedly, someone lost a job unexpectedly, someone lost a house unexpectedly, whatever it is, the storm comes in, knocks you off your feet. Whoops, there goes my lid. See? Storm's coming in all over the place. Storm comes in, knocks you off of your feet, and then you end up in stagnation. And so Spirit is saying that the healing will come when you start taking those practical steps, right? Towards your goals, towards how you want your life to be, towards how you want to structure your life. So yes, this may have changed things. Your life was structured a certain way. This storm came in, whether it's a disability or end of a relationship or, someone passing away with your life. It changed the dynamics. Things got shifted. Things got changed. Goals were changed. How you saw the future is now changed because this happened. And so that future is not possible anymore. And so we're stuck in this grief. We're stuck in this why. We're stuck in the I wish things could be. I wanted things to be this way. I wanted it to be that way. And Spirit is saying, as you start taking practical steps towards the new opportunities that are available for you, and these opportunities are prosperous. These opportunities will allow you to grow. These opportunities will allow you to align with your purpose in life. What will make you happy? What will make you joyous? What will give you peace within your heart? But you can't be dwelling on the what could have been. You have to start walking away, right? So this is all your life that you thought was going to be. You were 8 of Cups. You were liking it. Life was good. You didn't want to walk away from it, right? But something happened now, and it's not possible to be in this 8 of Cups anymore, right? These cups have been knocked over. Something's happened. Something's different. And so to stay in this stagnation of, I wanted things this way and I don't want them any different. And so there's nowhere for me to go because I'm just going to sit here because that is not possible anymore. That's not good or healthy for you. That's not healing, right? And also avoiding changes that are necessary, right? Because, okay, I'm sitting in this, but I had this plan for my life and now that's not going to be possible. Now we have to start taking those practical steps in, okay, let's find a new goal. Now, where do we want to be headed? And it can be little. It doesn't have to be, I know where my end goal is. Maybe it's that, you've been in this depression from the storm. And so your goal right now is every day I'm going to go for a walk around the block. And I'm going to do that for 2 weeks. And then I'm going to go a walk 2 blocks. And then I'm going to start, maybe taking a part-time job and then a full, whatever. It's all different for your own situation, right? But you need to start taking these practical steps towards the opportunities that are available. And take the practical steps towards how you want your life to be structured, and without understanding that it'll never be structured this way again because of whatever that storm was, right? But now we have to come up with a new structure, come up with how we want our life to lead, start taking those practical steps, and you'll find that these opportunities just start opening up, right? Well, now I haven't worked in 10 years because I've been a stay-at-home mom. Now because of this storm that came in, I have to go back to work. So I'm just going to take but I'm afraid to go back to work. I'm worried about my skills, So I'm going to just take a entry-level job, and I'm going to start learning, and I'm going to start doing this. And then as you take that entry-level job and you get back into it, all of a sudden these other opportunities open up because you do have other skills and because you are learning things and, yada, 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 yada. And so just realize you may have not been knocked down, but it wasn't without purpose, okay? This is a learning opportunity. So say you just lost your job, you were on this, you were skyrocketing up, you were going to be the CEO of this company, and now all of a sudden they restructured you right on out of there, okay? So let's not dwell on this was my opportunity, this was the only thing I could do, this was where I was headed, and now it's ruined, and now I'm just going to be stuck here and do nothing because I'm never going to get that job that I was going for the last 10 years. But now there's other opportunities. Now there's an opportunity for you to go to another company, maybe a company that'll appreciate your skills more, maybe a company that you'll work your way up higher. Maybe this is your opportunity to start your own company. Maybe that's what you should have done. You see everything that was not done well within this company. So now you're going to start your own company and you're going to set it up structured how you think it could be and be their competition, right? And because you have it structured in a better way, your employees are happier, you're more efficient, more cost effective, and suddenly you're blowing away the competition because you're doing it faster, for cheaper, better quality, yada, 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 right? And so just realize that there are opportunities left. We just got to get out of this stagnation, start taking these practical steps. And as you start taking practical steps forward, even when you don't want to, even though when you're like, I just want to be stuck here in my grief, I don't want to take these steps, then as you take those steps forward, new opportunities will arise for you. And you can even look at it as say your partner passed away and you're like, that's it. I'm never going to find anyone else I love. They were the perfect person for me. And this was awesome. And this was great. Okay, that's great. And I'm not saying start taking steps to find a new partner. No, start taking steps in your life to enjoy your life without your partner there. And as you do that, you may find there is opportunity for a new partner. And I'm not saying they're as good as the old one, but someone that you can get along with and that you can spend the rest of your life with because you're going to be here for a while without your old partner. Or maybe it's an opportunity to, have really good friends, other friends who have lost their partners and, people who want to travel. My mom is part of a travel group. Now, my dad is still alive. My parents are still together, but my mom is part of a travel group of women who are mainly 90% of them are either divorced or their spouse has passed on. And they're this group of women who want to be able to travel, but don't want to travel by themselves. And so they formed this group, and my mom's part of this group because my father has some issues with Alzheimer's. So he really can't travel anymore. He can travel with her, but of course he doesn't remember the experience. So it's not exactly worth, spending the money, however horrible that sounds. And plus my mom, she needs a break once in a while. So I will look after my dad, or one of my siblings will look after my dad so that my mom can go with her travel group. And usually, there'll be 5 to 15 of them and they all travel together, safety in numbers, enjoying everybody's company. Nobody really wanted to be in this situation of being in a girls' travel group, but that's where they ended up because of their life situation. And so if you were somebody who had a spouse and you were going to travel the world and do all these things, and now you're upset because you're like, no, the opportunity's gone. I'm never going to be able to travel again. Well, maybe you go and you find a group of like-minded people, or a group in similar situation, a group of single people, whatever it is, that you can now go travel the world. Find that best friend that loves traveling. Maybe that's the only thing you ever do together. You just meet up in Europe, or you meet up in Africa, or you meet up in Australia, and then you travel together. And that's what you do. And so there are opportunities here. And as you get out of this stagnation and start moving forward with your life, you will find that those opportunities appear. And even if you don't want those opportunities now, once you start moving forward and you're healing, you may find, oh yeah, I actually do enjoy this opportunity. I want to take this opportunity. So I hope this message helped you today. I'm sending you peace, love, and happiness. Bye for now.